Hi, and welcome to Business with Smith Co. Hello and welcome back to Business with Smith Co. Today we're going to be talking about the factors to consider when deciding the selling price for a good or service. So basically, when you're looking at products, so the cost per unit of the product. So the selling price should be greater than the cost of making the product, obviously, so that profit can be made, or at least just well, it depends on what you mean by cost, because cost might mean the cost that you produce the product, or do you mean cost as in the cost to produce the product and all other costs such as wages and all those sort of things. So then, a business may actually not make profit on that stage. It should be greater than the cost of making the product in order to make the profit. But if a large business has lower costs due to economies of scale, it can actually lower its price than smaller businesses, even though smaller businesses may actually be making less profit. You'll often see this in business where you'll get a better price from a competitor, from a big business, but you won't get a better they won't be making as little profit per unit. So they actually oftentimes you find the business will be making a lot more profit per unit, just because of the fact that they have economies of scale. They're able to actually lower costs below smaller businesses and still make more profit per unit. Obviously you're going to make more profit if they're a bigger business. I mean, just per unit, I keep saying that. It must be annoying. Sorry. So you expect the price to be higher for something in a city centre compared to less kind of offside location, just due to the impact of higher rents. Competitor prices. So a business may look at rival sellers and decides where it wants to place the price of its products compared with others available. So basically, what this will do is that it'll cause selling price to change, and it also cause possibly higher quality or lower quality items to change, so they can offer higher quality item using premium pricing to sort of become different from competitors, or it could use a lower price to offer other things. So it also will have to consider consumer expectations. So consumers get used to paying a certain amount for some goods or services. If you want to price a product that's more, you might not succeed, because it doesn't matter how good your product is if it doesn't look amazing. And consumers are like, why would I pay that much for it? I can get something which is so similar to it just in the other place, and it's like loads more off, so why would I do that? Because people don't really like to be ripped off, so they're not going to maybe some people will, but not many people are going to go ahead and just go something that looks like you're ripping them off. So a lot of the time, if you're looking at things such as coffee tends to make a good deal of profit. Coffee costs only a few cents to make, but it might cost you £3 to pay for it. A company can base its selling price off any sort of thing. A company can offer fair trade or all of these sorts of things. And the problem, of course, with this is that while it's all well and good to say, all these sort of things, if you think about it, if you have a system whereby someone's saying, well, this is fair trade, but then you look at this, if it's saying, the worker is currently being paid a few cents. Now, the business is making £2, let's say, £2 for the coffee. The problem with it is that you can have a bad view if you simply say to the customer, oh no, you will suffer the costs. Because the business is actually, they're exploiting the worker, and now they're saying to the customer, well no, you pay so that we can continue to make our profit, but we don't exploit the worker as much, but you have to pay for it. And that responds, customers don't always respond well to that, because, it's like, well, yes, but you're the one doing the exploiting. You're the one causing them to have a low wage. You're the one making a mint out of their labor while you do nothing. And the problem with that is that it can become problematic. So However, of course, customers may still be willing to pay more for an item that gives a better image when using it. Then you have legal regulations. So tariffs and import duties impact on selling prices. So if a retailer is selling an item that is imported from another country, it may be able to lower its prices if the economy in that country weakens. However, it can also need to increase its prices if it, benefits them. So changes in VAT can cause price increases, and for example, when VAT rates are increased, they can cause many problems with increases in prices, because a business is thinking, well, no, we're not going to drop our prices just so that the customer is going to keep their same price. We're going to keep our prices the same. VAT is just going to be added to it. Of course, customers actually may not like this. Customers may go, well, no, I only want to pay for something when it was that price. I don't care if VAT is increased. You should drop your prices to keep it so that even though VAT is increased, you can go down. And in fact, actually, this can actually benefit the thing, because it means, well, obviously, the less you're charging for something, the less VAT is going to be charged. Because VAT isn't a set figure, it's a percentage. So obviously, the less you charge for it, the less VAT. So then you have market demand. So market demand is launching a new product. Market demand is when a business launches a new product and sets its price low to an introductory price to encourage customers to try it. If the product is being launched and receives lots of publicity and it's high demand, the business may try to be able to sell it at higher prices, because especially if you're a newer business or you're not a very successful business, you've got low sales, then you might be thinking, well, hold on a second, do I know this will be successful? It's all good if it works, but that doesn't mean anything. It needs to actually sell. So if you think, okay, this is selling now, yeah, we know it's selling, then, we can finally actually, put it up for sale and all this sort of stuff. So that's the sort of thing. Those are the factors to consider when deciding on the selling price of a good. So yeah, it's an important decision that a business needs to make. So unfortunately, this video is relatively short. Hopefully we will see you next time, and please do subscribe to the channel. It does help, as does viewing other videos. Just one question: will we see you next time? If yes, then yay. That's kind of cringe, isn't it?